Hi, I'm Joey Smith. I'm the Solid Waste Director for the City of Murfreesboro.
And I'm Mac Nolen. I'm the Rutherford County Solid Waste Director. And we've been trash talking with each other for a little bit, so you can join right in with us.
That's right, but you can't talk too much trash about the University of Alabama and its 15 national championships.
No, but I can talk about my Vanderbilt Commodores and the 2 bowls that they've been to recently.
Well, unfortunately, we're not going to have time to discuss our virtues of our favorite football teams because the trash that we're talking about today is going to be about what we're going to do when the Middle Point Landfill closes.
And that's a whole lot more important discussion to have. So we need to talk about that for what we are going to do in our future. So how are we going to do it?
Well, I think that you ought to give the folks a little bit of a history lesson about where and how we got to where we're at today.
Okay, and then you can finish up with where we're going to try to go.
Okay.
Sounds like a plan. Here in Rutherford County, we've had landfills for quite some time. The city of Murfreesboro had a landfill that eventually closed in 1974. Rutherford County started their landfill in the early 1970s, and it was actually permitted in 1974. And it eventually closed in 1994. Between those times, the Morgan Green Farm came up for auction. The Morgan Green Farm was on both sides of Jefferson Pike. Romac Construction purchased the Morgan Green Farm in 1987. They developed 200 acres of that farm near the river. They got the state permits and the county permits to become Middle Point Landfill, which was purchased by BFI. The misconception has always been that Rutherford County has owned and operated at some point that landfill. That is not true. The Rutherford County landfill is actually next door to that piece of property. In the late 1980s, the convenience center operation in Rutherford County was born. Before that, we had trash dumpsters scattered out all over the county, and then we decided there was a better way to do things. So we started with the convenience center operation. In 1989 is when Middle Point Landfill decided that they could not be profitable with the amount of trash coming in from just Rutherford County. So they went to the county commission to seek permission to bring in outside of the county trash. In 1990, Recycle Rutherford was a small group that actually got the recycling in Rutherford County started. So what we do in recycling today actually was started by them years ago. In 1993, Rutherford County permitted a construction and demolition landfill. It sits right beside the Rutherford County garbage landfill, which is a Class 1 facility, which closed in 1994. In 1995, Rutherford County negotiated a host agreement with Middle Point Landfill. In that host agreement, not only did we have free disposal for our garbage, but we also receive a host fee from Middle Point. That fee pays the county somewhere between $800,000 and $1 million a year. In 2006, Middle Point Landfill went for an expansion, and they finally were awarded that expansion. And that expansion was supposed to allow them to have enough space for the next 15 years. In 2014, the officials of Middle Point Landfill made it publicly known that the landfill should be full and closed by 2028. What are the cities and the county going to do at that time?
Mac, I really don't know. With our projections, we keep growing and growing the tonnages that's going into the Middle Point Landfill. And let me just tell you a little bit about the tonnages that we did take just last year to the Middle Point Landfill. Last year, the City of Murfreesboro Solid Waste Department collected almost 34,000 tons of garbage from the residents of Murfreesboro. The Murfreesboro solid waste makes up 3.73% of what goes into the Middle Point Landfill. Rutherford County Solid Waste Department picks up the other outlying areas not in the city limits of Murfreesboro. They are responsible for a little over 5% of the garbage disposed of at Middle Point Landfill. Rutherford County residents were responsible for almost 258,000 of the 910,000 tons of garbage that was disposed of in the Middle Point landfill last year in 2014. The misconception is that Rutherford County Solid Waste and the City of Murfreesboro Solid Waste Departments are the only ones that take garbage from Rutherford County into the Middle Point landfill. In 2014, the Middle Point landfill took in 910,000 tons of garbage from 19 counties within the state of Tennessee. We, as Rutherford County residents, produced 30% of what went into the landfill. 70% of the garbage comes from the other 18 counties that disposed of trash in the landfill. One of the primary benefits of the host agreement that was negotiated years ago with the Middle Point Landfill is that they do not charge the City of Murfreesboro or the Rutherford County Solid Waste Departments any disposal fees for any of the waste. Since 1995, the City of Murfreesboro and Rutherford County taxpayers have only had to bear the cost of collecting garbage and have not had to pay per ton for what we throw away. The moment that the Middle Point Landfill closes, our host agreement is voided and our free disposal will be terminated. The impact of the landfill closing will immediately increase the disposal cost in the City of Murfreesboro and Rutherford County. But more importantly, it will increase the cost of collecting and hauling waste for everyone. Whether your garbage is collected by the city, the county, or a third-party hauler, the cost will increase as all of us will have to find a new location to take our waste. Residents of Smyrna, Laverne, and Eagleville currently rely on third-party haulers such as Waste Management and Republic Services. These independent haulers disposed of over 19% of the garbage that was taken to the Middle Point landfill in 2014. Understanding the potential impact on these independent haulers is important to all of the Rutherford County residents because when Middle Point landfill closes, these haulers will also be forced to raise their rates to accommodate the expense to haul garbage out of our county or out of the state. This change will affect the 60% of Rutherford County residents served by these independent haulers. All of Rutherford County will be impacted by the closure of the Middle Point landfill. It's not just going to be a City of Murfreesboro solid waste or a Rutherford County solid waste problem. All residents in Rutherford County are going to have to work together to come up with the most economical and forward-thinking solution. Our previous administrations in 1995 with the host agreement with the landfill has done one that lasted us almost 25 years. Our challenge is to find one that will last us 100 years. Our community is growing rapidly today, and it shows no signs of stopping. The city's 2035 plan projects that in the next 20 years, the City of Murfreesboro's population will increase by 100,000 residents, and Rutherford County's population will increase by more than 200,000 residents. That means that there's going to be a lot more garbage to haul and nowhere to haul it to.
So if we get better control and recycle much better than what we currently do, that may be part of our solution.
That's going to be a very big part of the solution. And the bell cows of that solution are going to have to be the governments because we're going to have to do a better job of managing our resources instead of taking them into just trashing them in the landfill. And that's going to start with Rutherford County, the City of Murfreesboro, Smyrna, Laverne, and Eagleville.
So we need to find a solution for Rutherford County in Rutherford County.
That's right. We do not want to make this a problem for any other county. We just got to solve it here.